hot gel right there, right? But right now, it's time to catch up with a man who is synonymous with one of the biggest companies in Kenya, Bob Collymore. And if you, trust me, you guys have never seen this side of
Bob. I didn't know he was such cool, calm, collected, and so
funny.
So fresh.
Plus, he's got some opinions about the artist he has signed on to Kenya Live. Check this out.
Safaricom Live because, Kenya is a nation that loves music and particularly loves local music. I've worked in South Africa, I've worked in Tanzania, and the appetite for local content here in Kenya is amazing. And also the talent in Kenya is fantastic. Jalango is an artist too, huh?
Yes, he's an artist.
He's an artist. I mean, I have to write his scripts. I write his jokes for him, but he delivers them well.
And I bet you sing with Sauti Sol as well.
I used to sing with Sauti Sol, but I don't anymore.
I'm sure that other guys are wondering, like...
I focus, now these days I focus much more on doing their dance routines for them. Yeah, yeah.
How did you guys as Safaricom pick the artists who were going to headline this year's Safaricom?
We found the ones that were hard up. They didn't have money, and so we wanted to get a mixture of pretty well-established artists. And if you take artists like Jagger and Sauti Sol, these guys have been around the block a few times. They're very well experienced. And then we wanted to bring some new kids on the block. So, the kids from Camp Mula, very popular artists, but not that experienced with live music. And we believe very much in keeping it live. And so we felt that by bringing these two elements together, the experience of the guys from Sauti Sol, these guys now aren't just Kenyan artists. I mean, they perform on an international stage. We felt that some of the newer artists can learn from them. Jimmy Gates also. Jimmy is a fantastic performer, and I think there's a lot to be learned from him. I taught him how to dance as well. Okay. All these artists, they start as being good artists, right? So we're not picking up amateurs. These artists are all very good artists. What we don't have much of here in Kenya is we don't have much live performance. And as I said, we really believe in keeping it live. And so what we've done is we've given them that exposure. You give the artists a chance to go meet their fans, perform live in front of their fans, and we also give the fans a chance to see the acts for really not very much money. I mean, most of the times it's just buying a... Is the Sauti Sol guys still here?
Yeah.
Oh, shut, they're still here.
Sauti Sol?
Have you seen Sauti Sol's Range Rover?
Yes, I have.
DVD?
I had the Range Rover. Could that be from the money they're making from Safaricom Live?
No, they stole that car.
Okay. Okay.
Seriously, I know these guys. They come to my house and I have to have them frisked on the way out. I've lost cutlery before.
Silver fox and
I mean, I wouldn't have said that if they were in the room. I mean, obviously they're not here, but... Camp Mula, I love them in Camp Mula, actually. Miss Karoom, I think she stands up to those boys. I think she does pretty well. It's great to see them. I saw them perform last at the Safaricom Sevens a couple of weeks ago, and I thought it was fantastic. And the best thing is I also got their free album. So I was the first one to get Funky Town, which I like. It's very well produced, huh? Jagger, I just wish Jagger would smile a little bit more. But he's such a fantastic... He's not here, is he? Because he's a big guy. No, Jagger is, one of those seasoned performers. And, he was with us last year. And it was really good that he's back with us this year.
Jimmy Gates. I heard he came up with a new corner Safaricom Live.
Who's Jimmy Gates?
Okay. That guy?
Jimmy, the thing I like about Jimmy, he has so much energy, isn't he? But I tell you a secret. I went for a charity walk with Jimmy. We did the diabetes walk, and it was like about 10 kilometers. And after a kilometer and a half, we had to carry Jimmy. So he's not that fit. Actually, I had to carry him in that furi dance thing. He wasn't really good. I mean.
And finally, size 8.
Size 8. Well, size 8, she's here actually. She's so small you can't see her on the camera. She's not here, right? No, size 8, it was great to have, it's a shame we only have the 2 female artists in the show this year. But we didn't want to just have the gender mix for just for the sake of having a gender mix. We wanted to make sure that they were talent who can hold their own, and both size 8 and Miss Karoom have done a fantastic job so far. The punchline this year is going to be the Nairobi finale. You know, the finale last year was, in my personal view, a little bit of a damp squib. We had it at Nyayo Stadium. We couldn't persuade people that Nyayo Stadium was a venue that you can pull off a stunt like that. But we've shown both that year and also with the Safaricom Sevens, where we topped it up with about 24,000 people. So this year it is going to be it's going to be a big gig. It's going to be a fantastic gig, and I'm certainly going to be there. So I hope you're going to be there. I'm going to do, the Saudi Soul guys have been asking me to dance with them. So I'm going to do a number with them.
Looking forward to seeing that. So I'll organize it. And then finally, I'm going to put you on the spot again. 5 artists. Safaricom Live is about live performances.
Yes.
Yeah, so if I had to ask you, as Bob Collymore, you've seen them, you've watched them, you've rehearsed with them, you've interacted with them. Who do you think is the best live performer?
The best live performer out of that lot, I would say, is Giuliani.
Giuliani?
From the Safaricom live artists, they all have different talents. You know, the Saudi Soul guys bring a lot of energy. The Camp Mula team, you know, that raw hip-hop thing works very well. Jimmy Gates, you know, Jimmy Gates just jumps up and down, and you know, I look at the guy and I can't believe he has that much energy. Size 8, from the first time I saw Size 8 perform, which I think was at the Kenyans for Kenya artist, she just had a Kenya for Kenya concert. She just had you know, the audience on their feet. Jaguar is just such a solid artist, isn't he? I don't understand a word of what he sings, but you know, he's a solid artist and very well loved. So you couldn't pick anyone. I mean, they're all very different, and that's why we put this particular team together. It wasn't a competition between them. It's all that they bring a different set of talents to make a fantastic show.